This is one of the most iconic pieces of a B-25 is the twin vertical tail. This one is actually salvaged off the sandbar from Sandbar Mitchell. You can actually see where the locals used it as target practice over the 40, 50 years that it was on the sandbar. It's in still pretty decent shape. It's a really cool piece. You can actually see the Z that was painted on the tail. There would be an 8 on the rudder. The fabric has deteriorated away over time. But that this 8Z got us going down the line of why we wanted to have the aircraft represent a wartime bird, and 8Z here really cemented finding an aircraft that would have used that tail number. So we can use 8Z both as a representative of a wartime bird and represent Sandbar Mitchell in her civilian firefighting role. So these are the rear and forward main spars and the center fuselage. Logan talks a little bit more about those in another video. Let's talk about the forward fuselage we have here. So this forward fuselage will be stripped down to the bare minimum and everything will be remade that needs to be remade, but this will be the forward fuselage on the flying aircraft. This one came from the Royal Canadian Air Force, so it's got a lot of odds and ends, a lot of extra holes here and there that don't need to be there. You can see some of the work that's been gone on by Caitlin and Anthony, restoring the front cowl, as they call it, and the canopy. This is a unique part of the B-25 that we're restoring, is that it will have the wartime split canopy up here. A lot of the aircraft, this is one piece. In the wartime aircraft, this is split here, and then this lower panel can actually be removed for whatever you'd like to use it for. Some aircraft, it was a bulletproof piece of glass. Some aircraft, it was a solid piece of aluminum or armor plate. So this really is the most recognizable piece of Sandbar Mitchell. It's the glass nose, the bombardier's enclosure. We've been doing a lot of work on it. We've updated the heating and blowing system that a lot of aircraft don't have. We've updated some of the instrument stuff. We've actually got some wiring done. You have the Norden bomb sight and everything. We've been working on our machine guns to really make it more historically accurate as it would have been in 1943-44. What we really are, in a sense, is historical detectives. We're putting together the world's largest historically accurate jigsaw puzzle. Finding pieces is really one of the hardest parts, like these seats or the buttons on these yokes. It just can be an incredibly daunting task. But I promise you, one day this plane will fly, and then we'll be on to our next project, and maybe you can help us.